Hi, I'm sorry I can't be with you in person, but I've been asked by Bishop Martin and Vanessa to just contribute a little bit. They will have such a wealth of wisdom on pilgrimages. But one of the things I would just like to add into what they have shared with you is how we have developed at St. Peter and St. Paul's an annual parish pilgrimage, partly because we are the midway point on the pilgrim way from Canterbury to Winchester, and therefore feel that it's in our DNA. But this year we held our 6th annual parish pilgrimage. We've walked the way where we live, and we've now chosen further afield routes. And this year we chose the route which is now called the Way of St. Hild, walking in the footsteps of St. Hild from Hartlepool down to Whitby. And I want to mention this because of the nature of the walking. For the first time, we were not walking through what you might call glorious countryside. We walked for 2 days through a really heavily industrialized landscape. And when we were route planning, my co-worker on the route planning said to me, well, surely we don't want to do this bit. And I said, no, this bit is really important. And we walked for 2 solid days, 30 miles of industrialized landscape. It felt oppressive, it felt humbling, it felt shocking. But we did so prayerfully. We stopped and sang what some of you will have sung previously on the pilgrimages for Lent, the Hebridean morning song in the lee of the biggest landfill site I have personally ever seen. We then moved on to the coastline down to Whitby. I don't think I could have chosen this as a first pilgrimage for my parish. 22 of us walk these ways together each year, but this was the time, and it had a profound impact on the participants. All the pilgrims were deeply moved and challenged by walking through a landscape that is not normally walked through. And I tell you this because the landscape of your parish may not be a natural choice for a pilgrimage, or may not appear to be. But I believe fervently that walking in places that may have been desecrated in the way that the industrial landscape of Teesside has been desecrated, in which creation has been harmed beyond recognition and people's lives have been harmed beyond recognition, is incredibly important. That our Christian witness in these places, that our taking of the sacred back into the desecrated, to pray in these places, to acknowledge these places as part of our impact on the earth, is part of our mission. So my reflection, now that we're back from that pilgrimage, is that pilgrimage around the Diocese of Southwark is vital. It means that we walk the tarmac, the paving stones, the green spaces, the shop arcades. We walk through these spaces saying, these places too matter to God. I can tell you that this works because we stayed overnight in churches in Middlesbrough, Hartlepool, and then on the coast. And the gratitude of the people with whom we stayed, who offered us hospitality above and beyond what we could possibly have expected, and hospitality in places that are generally known for their social deprivation, was humbling, was hugely important in building relationship. We learned something. They felt honoured and valued as a place that people might consider visiting, staying, and listening to their stories. So as we develop this programme of pilgrimage around our diocese, let's bear in mind how we hear each other's stories across the diocese, from my little Norman church in Cholden all the way to Deptford and further afield. Across this diocese, every parish has a story to tell. Every parish has a pilgrim route that can be plotted, walked, prayed through, and places where we can sing, give praise to God, where we can mourn and lament. All of this can be done in that amazing pocket of land, your little patch, which is your parish. And maybe we then broaden that to deaneries. I really hope that people will pick up the idea of pilgrimage. I've done a lot of pilgrim leading, and if anybody would like to contact me to chat about how to organise groups to walk for longer than a day, I'd be very happy to talk through that with anybody who thinks they might begin to think about a longer pilgrimage. But I wish you all well with your day pilgrimages, your parish pilgrimages, and I really look forward to us all collaborating together to make this part of what Southwark does and how we pray together, walk together, and face the challenges of climate breakdown together, because we are stronger together than we are separated, and walking brings us together in ways that just sitting in pews or in meetings does not. Thank you.